Yesterday, there were reports in this country that President Uhuru Kenyatta held a meeting with former Nairobi Governor Dr. Evans Kidero at Statehouse. And if that meeting ever took place, then rest assured that there were only two agendas on the table. The first agenda is the possibility of Dr. Evans Kidero making a comeback either as a cabinet secretary or in any other capacity. And the second agenda is possibly President Uhuru Kenyatta wanted Dr. Evans Kidero to explain to him a few secrets about the Nairobi County government. Because we all know Kidero is the immediate former governor, and President Uhuru Kenyatta transferred certain functions of the county government of Nairobi to the national government through a body he created called the Nairobi Metropolitan Service. So you can't rule out the possibility of Uhuru inviting Kidero to a meeting to just discuss the Nairobi County government. And today, there were reports from very credible people that President Uhuru Kenyatta had actually sent a chopper to Bomet to go and airlift the former governor Isaac Ruto to Statehouse for a meeting. And that report has actually caused panic amongst the allies of the deputy president William Samoei Ruto. Because just yesterday, President Uhuru Kenyatta successfully executed a plan which kicked out the allies of the deputy president from the Senate leadership. Kipchumba Murkomen was kicked out as the majority leader. And Susan Kihika, another ally of the DP, was also kicked out as the majority whip. But why would President Uhuru Kenyatta meet Isaac Ruto? Why would he do that? In my view, the president can only do that because of 4 or 5 reasons. But before you go that, after that report came out, another letter also emerged, which I'm yet to verify, but I've called someone who is close to Chama cha Mashinani, and this guy has told me that this letter is fake. But assuming it's not fake, because again, in politics, everything is normally intended to achieve objectives. So this letter probably is a forged letter. And if it's forged, by who and to achieve what purpose? So the letter reads, travels to Nairobi by chopper. My attention has been drawn to claims circulating in social media that I was picked today by a chopper from my residence in Bomet County and flown to Statehouse, Nairobi. I wish to clarify that indeed I traveled to Nairobi this morning using a chopper with my wife, who is in the services sector, and who was required to transact official business in her office. The travel by chopper was not unusual, as it is a matter of public record that I have once in a while been using the same means of transport to various destinations. Finally, I wish to set the record straight that my travel had nothing to do with political realignment in the country. So whoever penned this letter, I still don't know the objective. But even if it came from, let's say, Chama cha Mashinani, then again, it still confirms that indeed these guys met. But one thing we have to agree, that people don't just come up with rumor. So Isaac Ruto met with President Uhuru Kenyatta at Statehouse. Why would they meet? 4 reasons. Number 1, I suspect highly that President Uhuru Kenyatta is currently working on a cabinet reshuffle. And because he has already cleaned, because the president has already cleaned Senate, the next move is likely in the National Assembly. And at the National Assembly, the president is also going to kick out the allies of the DP. But why would President Uhuru Kenyatta go for Isaac Ruto as a cabinet secretary? Why would he do that? Let us look at the current cabinet secretaries from Rift Valley. There are three who are allied to the DP. The first one is Charles Keter, a seasoned politician and a guy who has played his politics so well, especially during this trying moment between Uhuru and Rutto. So he's the Minister for Energy. He's a very close ally of the DP. Then there is Farida Karone, the Cabinet Secretary for Land, another close ally of the DP. And then there is Simon Chelugui, the Cabinet Secretary for Labor. So these three people are the allies of the DP. So it means if the president has to replace them, because for sure, the way things are in this country, the president is going to replace these allies of the DP. Because in a cabinet where the president has nothing to do with his DP, and he would want certain things to be implemented, and the DP has three people, or four, or even five in that meeting, definitely the president and the DP at some point will feel betrayed. Certain informations will flow not in the way they are expected. So I think the president, in his wisdom, has realized that by bringing in Isaac Ruto to the cabinet would be a good strategy of dealing with with William Ruto's influence in the larger Rift Valley. Because Isaac Ruto is also a seasoned politician. His political party gave Jubilee a lot of trouble. And even he himself, he believes up to today that he was rigged out. So I think, and this is true, that Isaac Ruto, unless he will decline, but Isaac Ruto is likely to make a comeback as a cabinet secretary. So let's wait and see. Number two, I think the president is also keen on Rift Valley politics. We all know that by firing Kipchumba Murkomen and Susan Kihika, the president, of course, replaced them with their various tribesmen. But the fact of the matter is simple. Rift Valley politics revolve around the DP. These people voted for President Uhuru Kenyatta to the last man. So Uhuru Kenyatta would want to be seen, would not want to be seen to be fighting this community. So the best thing he can do is to get other respected leaders from this community and elevate. And this is why he met this guy. So I think they met to discuss how they are going to deal with the emerging issues in Rift Valley following the fallout, the now clear fallout between the president and his DP. And none in Rift Valley, I can tell you, can match Isaac Ruto. None. When you want politics. Even when Ruto was making, the William Ruto was making serious moves in ODM, the guy who engineered it was Isaac Ruto. Isaac Ruto was also the one who refused to merge his party with Jubilee. So I think the president is just discussing with him the Rift Valley politics, how they should move, or he was just seeking for his opinion. Number three, I think there's a possibility of another coalition agreement. Yesterday, on 4th, the president penned to paper an agreement, a coalition agreement with the KANU. And that's why KANU was able to get a majority leader at the Senate. The president intends to clean the National Assembly. At the National Assembly, the DP has the numbers. So what do? Of course, the president also has the numbers. But what do? They must bring other political parties, enter them into an agreement as kind of a coalition agreement. Chama cha Mashinani has 2 MPs. So those 2 MPs, by signing that agreement, coalition agreement, then automatically they'll side with the side of the president. And remember, even a single vote is very important. So I'm sure the president and his team, they have profiled the members of parliament and identified those who can vote for them, especially from Jubilee. Now they are trying to bridge that gap. And that's why they are bringing these other people, so these people can actually vote for the president when they are called at Statehouse. So that, in my view, is also something which could explain that meeting. And lastly, I think it's also about 2022 politics. Gideon Moi is being propelled to become the president from Rift Valley, or to emerge as a leader in Rift Valley. Then there is also the issue of the deputy president, William Samoei Rutto, in Rift Valley. So how do we finish Rutto? Those are the questions which Isaac Ruto probably was being asked. And is there a need for you to continue having this way Chama cha Mashinani, and then Gideon Moi also having his other political party? Is there a possibility that you two guys can work together so that you can combine forces and deal with this guy? Those are some of the things which I think are being asked there. If you have any other reason why you think these guys met, kindly let me know. And again, always remember to visit www.vuguvugu.com. And if you are bumping on this video for the first time, please just take a second, hit the subscribe button, so that next time we produce a video like this one, you get notified. And by the way, initially I used to make videos of around 12 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes there, or even 14 or 15. But majority of you guys demanded that I increase the length. So I decided to do very thorough background introduction, which most of you like, by the way. But I'm getting, guys are saying the videos should not go beyond 20 minutes. So I want you to propose for me the right length which you think is enough for me to explain the points, and also enough for you to spare your time and listen. Like, is it 12 minutes? Is it 13? Is it 14, 15? Is it 20? Or should I even go up to 30? Let me know the recommended length you guys are very comfortable with. Thank you guys. And if you're bumping again, subscribe. We want this channel to hit 100,000. It can't do that if you guys are not sharing these videos with your friends, if you're not sharing in the WhatsApp groups, if you're not sharing, or if you're not telling a friend to tell a friend. But guys, I'm very proud. The engagement on this channel is just out of this world. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day.